You've got the BTRs and the APCs firing heavy machine guns. They've got the big artillery pieces as well, firing off into the distance. It's quite a show for the Sotniers here. This is going to beam out across the world. The Russians are going to see this. It's certainly a show of strength.
Last week, the Ukrainian government announced the formation of the National Guard after it was revealed that the army only had 6,000 combat-ready troops compared to Russia's 200,000. The volunteer force will bolster the understrength military and help protect the country from further Russian aggression. The first to answer the call were the self-defense groups who fought on the barricades during last month's revolution, so we headed down to the Maidan to see them board their buses to the training grounds outside of Kiev.
We're right in front of the Ukrainian house by the square, and right now a lot of the Sotniers from the self-defense groups are lining up boarding buses ready to join the National Guard, where they're going to begin training with the military. So firearms training, physical training to see if they can make the cut. You've got at least down here at the moment 400 to 500 people in their different separate Sotniers, which means 100 in Ukrainian. The self-defense group answered the call from their leader Andrew Paraby to join up to the National Guard, but it won't just be the self-defense groups, it'll be normal Ukrainian civilians. Yesterday we met a guy called Nikita who's only 19 years old, a student from eastern Ukraine, Russian speaker, and he said, you know, Putin claims that Russian speakers are being persecuted against. He said, I'm not being persecuted, I'm here to protect my country. So we've managed to blag our way onto one of the buses heading to Lviv, which is where the National Guard training area is. We're with the Lviska Sotnia, so these guys are from Western Ukraine, from Lviv. So yeah, I'm hoping that they haven't mistaken me for a recruit, but I guess we'll find out when we get there. Sotniers are now, it looks like, moving out onto a training field. There's about 500 of them here now. They're going to get barracks here on this base for 2 weeks. And it seems like, in fact, for their arrival, the army have got a fireworks show in form of artillery for them. They all seem a little bit green. Some of them have obviously had military experience before. A lot of quite young guys who definitely haven't. But yeah, they all look fairly excited to be here. You've got like smaller versions of the AK-47, pretty standard around these parts. Pistols, the shotguns, even sniper rifles. Guys having a look through the sights. I guess, yeah, this is what they'll be training with the next couple of weeks. A lot of them seem to already know how to take them apart and put them back together, so obviously some of them have had military training before. It's very, very different to a shield and a club from the Maidan. This is real war stuff now. So Taras, what do you make of all these weapons here? I mean, have you ever seen anything like this before?
Yeah, no, never. I first time see even these weapons that was shooting on us on barricades.
Because it's quite a different from what you guys had in the square, which was a shield and a club. Yes. And now you've got, assault rifles.
You never can even imagine that we will stand in the same base where these people was trained. And now we stand here to study how to defend our country with weapon if it will be necessary. This is first time when so many people from civilian stand on the military bases, and government said that we needed them. Because 40,000 people go to the military commissariats and say that they want to protect our country from Russian. We have two choices. If we stand and go after these trainings, we can go to Army, National Guard, and for 3 years. But most of the people will go to reserve.
Okay.
And if it will be war, we stand on these forces. But most of these people, and even I, will just training and then go to the civil life and try to working on the government to change the system. We have a better chance to protect our country, even each of these men, if he can shoot and will know how to war with people in military.
You feel like you're doing something?
Yes, of course, we're doing. We try to do everything that we can.
And are you at all nervous about sort of possibly facing, you know, Russian aggression, the Russian military?
It's no. I don't want to have more heroic but very tragic histories in our country, because in the past we have many examples of heroic people that died for their countries. We understand that we must stay alive and build new country, and if it will be some war, we of course will protect to the death our country, but it's not the best solution because we have no chance to build something better.
But do you feel it's your duty as a Ukrainian to be here and help protect your country?
I think all these people that were standing on the barricades without a weapon against the government understand this duty. We must be like on one body against Russian aggression.
Yeah, it's all kind of a bit fun for these guys right now, but they're about to start 2 weeks of pretty intensive training. Remember, these guys, a lot of them don't have military experience, and possibly they'll be up against the might of the Russian military machine. It's kind of it looks a bit desperate, but it's all they've got for now, and these guys aren't afraid. They're very determined to protect their country, so it's definitely admirable of them. But yeah, they face a very tough task here.